Hi, welcome to Fine Moon Rising. This is Scorpio, September 2025, Tarot Astrology and Predictions. I'm going to examine the energy for the month of September for you, and we're going to do a drawing there that kind of depicts that. I'm going to do some tarot, then do some astrology, and then go back to tarot at the end here. All right, so let's get started. I'm shuffling cards here, and the first one out is the Hanging Man, followed by the Knight of Pentacles as explainer, Five of Wands, followed by the Seven of Pentacles as explainer, Page of Cups, followed by the Three of Swords, and then the overall energy for you this month is the Two of Pentacles, the Star, and the Empress card. And when I was shuffling, actually, the Star card came out. I feel like it's a time of rebuilding, but I feel it's very peaceful for you at this time. September can bring in peace for you. And then your astrology was pretty interesting, and I'm not an astrologer, but so I actually am using an app. And the information on the app, it's kind of like whatever sticks out to me for you. And I'm using Sky Guide. And this was Arcturus, so we'll get into that in just a moment. Let's go through the tarot here. And I'm just taking some notes here to remind me later for the reading. The Hanging Man followed by the Knight of Pentacles. And the Hanging Man is, of course, changing our perception of something. But I feel like the coins really struck me. It's kind of falling out of his jacket. I don't know if you could see, he's got like these little tiny coins falling out of his jacket. And I feel like you have been left in the dark regarding a money matter for some reason. You are left out of something happening with the money. Now, it could be shared money, it could be your money, it could be banks doing weird stuff, you know, something like that. I think you've been left in the dark regarding a money situation, and it is time for you to get to the bottom of that. And I believe you are, and you're making different choices as a result of finding out this information. I don't think it's negative. I just feel like it is like you just like the contract was not completely clear, and then you reread it and you said, oh my god, this is not, you know, I need to change this immediately right now. And I feel like that's what you're doing. You're correcting it, and you've got this Knight of Pentacles who is here to help you correct that situation, and I feel like you're doing it very wonderfully. And so there's also, so with this Five of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles, you're making different choices in the future, but there's also something here about battling a habit, battling a vice, battling something in your life, could be battling person, people, something like that, that is getting kind of in your way. And I feel like you're going to be resolving that and leaving that immediately. I don't think that you're going to be lingering in that energy of kind of pushing your way through something any longer. I think the battle is over. The karmic cycle has ended, and you can actually ask, which is brilliant. I didn't know you could do this. It was actually another tarot reader that mentioned it, that you can actually ask to end the karma on a specific cycle, and that will be rectified for you. And so I believe that you might be doing it just, you know, subconsciously, but I feel like the karmic cycle is actually ending on a situation. You're no longer going to be dealing with it, and you'll be free and clear. Okay, Seven of Pentacles, making different choices. There's two choice cards because also the end cards do have a choice card as well. We do have this Page of Cups followed by the Three of Swords here, and I feel like with this Page of Cups and the Three of Swords, there's just something here that you need to let go of. And I think you need to let go of. It could be a group of people, could be a situation, could be something you're involved in. I don't feel like it's directly, it might not be something as big as like a work environment or anything like that, but I feel like it's a group of people that is just no longer applicable to your lifestyle. I feel like they're just not a fit, not a vibe, and it's probably just time to move forward. And so I do feel like that there is something here about releasing something, releasing the ties, and also the karmic bonds around a certain situation. And I do believe you've had some time or energy, possibly money invested in this, and now it's time for you to release that. Okay, and so I'm starting the drawing here, and of course, I just kind of felt like there was a need to draw something old. I wanted to draw the tides. I wanted to draw a kind of a little seascape for you. And I actually have a picture on the left. I don't know if you might see the corner of it pop in. This is Ribera Beach in California. So it is just something that is just old. It's like the tug of time. It's like it's time, right? And so I just kind of felt like you needed something that was a little more, you know, stands the test of time. I mean, nothing is as powerful as that ocean current. You know, we've seen tsunamis and things like that. So I just feel like you needed something powerful, anchoring, and steadfast for you in your life. And so that's what I wanted to project for you for the month of September. Okay, so overall energy, we do have the Pentacles, the Star card, and the Empress card. And of course, that star popped out as well when I was shuffling, and I just thought I might have held it up to the screen for you. And it's just a time of rebuilding. I just feel like you've learned your lesson on a situation, and it's not like a negative thing. I just feel like you're just not in that energy anymore. You know, we're releasing stuff that is just really not in our energy. It's not where our level is headed. It's not where our path is going. And so I feel like you're just releasing things. You do have this Two of Pentacles. There's some juggling. So there's things in your life that need to be rectified, be organized, it could be as simple as organizing your kitchen, you know, something like that. But there's something in your life that needs to be dealt with in order to allow the flow of energy. So whatever, look around you and see what needs to be, that is like a splinter in your brain. You're walking by something and there's a broken cabinet and you're like, the cabinet's been broken, it's driving me nuts. Fix it, get a new hinge, something like that. And so anything little to get that splinter out of your brain, you need to free up your brain energy. Okay, the Empress. So building abundance, that's where you're headed. That's what you're working on right now. And I feel like there's a Taurus symbol on there as well as other symbols, but if this Taurus one is sticking out to me, I do feel like you're building your nest egg. I do feel like there's opportunities for creating money flow, and it kind of how to create the basis for that money flow, the energy for that money flow is definitely fixing some stuff in your life that are just wasting your time and energy. Right? Because you need something that's steadfast is what it is. And so that's why I'm drawing like a seascape for it. I'm like steadfast. Something needs to be steadfast in your life. Something reliable. You need something reliable in your life. Okay? And that's Taurean energy, you know, that building energy, that energy of keep going forward, keep manifesting, keep doing it, keep doing the things, keep taking the steps. Okay, let's move on into your astrology. And again, you know, I'm not an astrologer, so I just really use that Sky Guide app here. And Arcturus, the star, it's the Bear Watcher star. And it's a giant star. And it follows Ursa Minor, which is the Great Bear. Okay, and so that's what they call it, the Bear Watcher. It's this really bright star, and it has a funny orbit. I thought it was so interesting that it has this funny kind of slower orbit, and they didn't understand why it had this kind of lagging, you know, orbit. Well, they think it might be part of an older population of stars, possibly a galaxy that has run into our galaxy and kind of added to our galaxy, right? And so that says to me that your soul is probably kind of an older one. It's probably one that is a little more seasoned than you think, and you might have looked at the world as if, you know, what is happening with these people and what are they doing? You know, it doesn't make sense. It's illogical. It's probably because you're an older soul. It's probably because you've witnessed stuff before. You have different experiences and you're able to metabolize information differently than other people. And I feel like because of that, because you may have belonged possibly in your star, you know, wherever you came from, something older, you may have more secrets in life to share with other people. And I feel like whenever I go to the ocean too, it's almost like looking into the waves and hearing it. You don't even have to get in it. It's almost like it carries energy of not only power, change, but also, you know, the tides, the rhythm of life, you know, that type of thing, the ebbs and the flows, and the energy of counting on the moon to be with us and pull our tides, right? So there's something here, there's an energy here about being older and being wiser, and not necessarily, you don't have to project that. It's not like a haughty thing. It's more of a just like, you know, stuff, and then sometimes it's harder because of that to rectify certain situations, because maybe you don't understand what other people are doing. And so you may be, you know, pointing the fingers or saying why that happened, but it's a lot easier for you to actually move forward, rectify a situation, and take the steps necessary, because again, you have that extra knowledge. You almost have the secrets to life. Okay. And I think that is within you. And so meditative practices, anything that allows you to center and get in touch, will be very important for you in September. Alrighty, so we're getting on in the painting here, and I will be pulling 3 NCAP tarot cards. I'll go through them right now. You'll see them up on the screen. Let's see, we have the Ace of Swords that will pop up shortly. We also have the 7 of Cups that will pop up shortly. And then we have the 3 of Cups. So with this energy, I just feel like you're making the logical choice. With the Ace of Swords, that logical energy, I feel like you're making logical choices for the next phase of your life, for the next steps in your life, because not all was known. And I think that was very irritating. And now you know. The cat's out of the bag. You know. You're making logical decisions. You are making the right actions for you. And in the middle card here, on the Seven of Cups, there is a rose. So it's almost like the compass rose, and is kind of helping you along the path. Like you have an internal compass, I believe, that maybe you've been ignoring, and it's time to revisit that. Just get yourself centered. However it is you do it, you have that internal compass. You may even have a team of guides. You may have a team, something like that will help you on your path. And so there's something about, the answer. It's just within you. And I mean, isn't that always the way? All right, and then we have the Three of Cups here, and with the Three of Cups, it will lead to celebration. It will lead to happy energy. I think getting on top of these things will help you infinitely. Okay, if you enjoyed this reading, Scorpio, please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time, and I hope you have a really good month.